Laughter and Hidden Pathos, a review of the movie First Ride. The provocative tagline attached to the movie First Ride. If you laugh watching this movie, you're certified foolish, throws down a gauntlet to the audience. If a film presents itself as a comedy, the core measure of its success is whether it makes you laugh. Content is important, but laughter is what validates the reason for watching. In that respect, First Ride was a success, as it made me laugh out loud several times throughout the screening. However, this film doesn't stop at being a simple one-dimensional comedy aiming only for laughs. As the movie begins, you quickly realize that while it is a delightful comedy, it is also a youth film capturing a clumsy and shining page from one's younger days. The film kicks off with a unique narration where the protagonists refer to themselves as fools. The identity of this narrator is a small mystery at the start. One of the first characters to appear is actress Kim Ha-neul, but the voice is entirely different, making you wonder who this languid yet story-filled voice belongs to as you get drawn into the story. Cha Yun-woo, known for his overwhelming visuals, appears in the film. Naturally, one would assume he is the main character leading the story. I had recently seen entertainment news that he had participated in the premiere out of loyalty, even while serving in the military. Since Cha Eun-woo was also the voice of the mysterious narrator, his role as the protagonist seemed even more certain. However, the film cleverly subverts this expectation, revealing it to be a meticulous setup for a touching twist in the latter half of the movie. Although Cha Yun-woo's character An Yeon-min seems like the protagonist, the answer is already clearly presented on the movie poster. If you look at the arrangement and weight of the characters on the poster, the fact that Cha Yun-woo's name is listed third gives a hint about his role. The movie officially begins with An Yeon-min's Cha Eun-woo narration, explaining how these four friends met as if by fate. Yeon-min, who is in a situation similar to being an outcast during his school days, is befriended by three others who reach out to him without hesitation, thus beginning the history of their seemingly unbreakable friendship. The four friends are armed with distinct personalities. Young Tae-jong, played by Kang Ha-neul, is an intriguing character who not only has a brilliant mind, capable of getting a perfect score on the CSAT college entrance exam, but is also surprisingly good at fighting. Go Do-jin, played by Kim Young-kwang, with his impressive height, was a promising basketball player who had to give up his dream due to an unfortunate injury. Gae Gyum-bok, played by Kang Young-seok, lives with the unique family circumstance of his mother being a Buddhist nun, leading him to believe he is destined to become a monk. The four who met through this childhood connection become inseparable best friends and stick together through their high school years. The film interestingly twists the epitome of handsomeness image associated with the actor Cha Yun-woo. In the movie, Yeon-min says that people laugh when they see him, believing he has a talent for making people laugh. However, he is depicted as not knowing the reason why. The audience can all guess the reason people laugh at him out of pleasure, delight, and admiration for his unrealistically good looks. But he mistakes this for comedic talent. Yeon-min's true dream is to become a world-famous DJ and perform at a massive music festival. After the CSAT, the four friends promise to go to a famous DJ festival in Thailand together. For Yeon-min, who is scheduled to immigrate to New Zealand after graduation, this trip is a precious last chance to make memories with his friends. Just as Young Tae-jong achieves the feat of a perfect CSAT score, making it easy to get parental permission, a twist of fate causes them to miss the airport bus. In the end, their first plan to travel to Thailand is postponed, promising for a next time. 10 years pass, and the four friends are now living different adult lives. Yeon-min has immigrated to New Zealand as planned. The brilliant Tae-jong works as a secretary to a national assemblyman immersed in the fierce world of politics. Gyum-bok, who was supposedly destined to be a monk, has ironically become a tattoo artist. However, Do-jin is quite different from his self of 10 years ago. Although the specific incident isn't revealed, he suffers from a mental illness and has just been discharged from the hospital. Do-jin, unable to forget the promise from 10 years ago, insists they go to Thailand again immediately upon his discharge. The friends eventually give in to his stubbornness and prepare for the trip a decade late. Since Yeon-min is in New Zealand and cannot join, Do-jin brings along a large doll cushion symbolizing him. To complicate matters, Jin Ok-shim, played by Han Sun-hwa, who has carried a torch for Young Tae-jong since their school days, finds out about their travel plans and chases after them. Thus, a peculiar group of three friends, one cushion, and one uninvited guest sets off for Thailand. An unpredictable series of commotions unfolds before them upon arriving in Thailand. The comedic situations that arise from this process frequently make the audience chuckle. The film faithfully follows the flow of a pleasant comedy, but as it nears its end, it adds a touching element perhaps typical of Korean cinema to provide a warm conclusion. The crucial twist placed at the very end, in particular, makes you reevaluate the entire narrative of the film, tying together the mysterious narration from the beginning and all the foreshadowing. If you are looking for a movie where you can laugh comfortably without thinking too hard, First Ride will certainly be a satisfying choice.